the majority of residents that lived here had some sort of mental issue.
A lot different than when we came in here during the daytime. Hi.
I haven't been here for a few days, so this will be see what's going on. I have other people that help me out this weekend, so that was great. I didn't have to worry about trying to do this and
Ooh.
Yep. This room here is the largest resident room in the building. The majority of them do have dressers, lockers, beds. People lived here, so we've tried very hard to keep it like we got it. This building itself was completed around 1911. It's been here for a really long time. The original property, the poor farm, started somewhere around 1846. It was a working farm. If you lived here, you worked. They wanted able-bodied people to be able to work on the farm. They didn't care if you were crazy or not. The majority of people were insane, their word. Not sure what their definition of insanity was, but we had a few toys, but a lot more toys showed up. I have no idea if this is a kid's room or not. There were children here. I know the little girl, her name is Suzanne, but they call her Susie, and she was a child that was dropped off and left here. That was the scenario. They tried to adopt those kids out. I don't know what her story is, I just know that she's here. I've heard her sing, I've heard her run up and down the hallways. I have seen balls roll on the floor and dead stop. I've seen toys light up and make noise when no one's around them. There's another little boy named Willie. I don't know anything about him. That's just they've encountered him. There's a Mary, but we're not entirely sure if Mary is a child or if Mary is an adult who is very childlike. I always keep in mind the majority of residents that lived here had some sort of mental issue. I will caution you that there are a couple windows. Did that one fall all the way down? Oh no. There's sticks and boards in some of the windows. They were already here. They're literally holding up the top windows, so don't take any of those out. But there are a couple that have fallen down. So just know if you see a curtain move to explore that and see if the window has come down a little bit. It's actually someone's room.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His bed was against the back wall, and he would have had a locker or a dresser for his belongings. His name is Paul, and he had always lived at home with Mom. But when Mom passed away, it was one of those situations where his siblings didn't know what to do with him, so they stuck him in the county home. He did not like it here. He didn't understand where Mom went, didn't know why he couldn't be in his own home. He was just very unhappy. And it wasn't a locked facility per se. People would come and go all the time. You could wander away. By law, they're supposed to try to find you, but sometimes they didn't try very hard. So he could have walked out the front door anytime he wanted. Instead, he chose to leave by hanging himself, and he did hang himself in this room. On his doorknob.
I think I read about that.
This is something I simply cannot explain. As you can see, this orb wraps around her, goes through her right shoulder, and moves towards the door. It goes through it as she touches it, and then comes back.
Yes, we have spoken to a live person who was here that day, saw him still attached, dead. He can't remember the exact year. He's in his 80s now, so it was 53, 4, 5 time period.
Okay.
So it's highly likely this is the original door. So they did turn it into their mop closet, so they kept their cleaning supplies, chemicals, that kind of stuff, so not original handle.
I don't know if I should believe if it's a coincidence or not, that when she was talking about Paul's death, that orb went through that door. Cindy, our tour guide, which did an amazing job, stated that she did not know this location was haunted. She knew it started out as a farm before it turned into a manor, but she didn't understand really about all the deaths until she actually bought the property. But props to her for keeping this location up and running.
And our goal is just to make sure it stays upright and to be, the other piece to that whole thing is that we didn't know that this other stuff existed. No one told us any of that. That's never on our radar. We don't have cable TV. We don't watch the ghost shows.
Yeah.
It's just, wasn't on our radar. And as we go through, I'll tell you how it got to be on our radar. The balcony areas, when they designed the place, they intended to keep the sexes separate. So this is the men's wing first.
Men's wing.
Floor, women's wing on the other side. They would have worked together, ate together, activities together, their sleeping quarters would have been separated out. We also know a long time ago, and I don't know where in the building, but they had a tuberculosis ward. So they had a TB ward out here for those patients.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you have a small group. I'm guessing you'll separate at some point, but you'll want to be aware of this noise.
Yep. We're gonna hear this a lot.
Okay, it's a lot louder than I thought.
But we do have a black lab. Her name is Kaylee, and when we first got the place, she'd be in here with us all the time. And I could not figure out how that dog would end up in the stairwells, because I was very careful about her staying over here.
Right.
But she would end up in the stairwells way too many times. And I'm like, God dang it, I just can't see her. She sneaks by me, I don't know what.
Yeah.
But we were here one night, probably 6 or 7 of us, second floor. She was in here wandering around. We've never separated, never used the back staircase. We come down to a wing, we can hear her whining. She's in the stairwell there.
Okay.
And literally,
You heard the.
Yeah, it seems really heavy.
there is no way the dog is gonna open.
Right, yeah.
You're gonna go up. There's a door that looks like this at the top. You'll go through that and
Okay.
room on your left. They're already starting their tapping now.
I've heard that.
I can hear a couple.
I've been-
Jeez.
I
That's
don't
good.
stage anything. I don't do anything. It's whatever it is, what it is.
Holy cow.
Oh, sorry. Top stuff just had it
Yeah,
taller.
it is. I just knocked myself on.
So you come up to the second floor. The balcony areas had some sort of common room with a room inside. The room inside actually used to be 2. You can kind of see on the wall there where the door used to be.
Yeah.
So they would have had 2 single rooms in there, sealed that off, made it a double room.
Okay.
Puzzles. I actually just got an email from a gentleman who said, I think they were here on a tour overnight, I can't remember which one. But when they got home, his daughter had a puzzle piece.
Uh-oh.
She broke her ankle, like shortly after that. He's like, I need to get this back to you. That's my 9th person that I know of that took a puzzle piece home that didn't know they took it home.
I just wanted to point something out here. Notice the distance that Josh, Reese, and I have with this table. After she was talking about all this stuff with this table, we all kind of backed away from it. There's something that didn't want us near it. Notice in this frame, I'm nowhere near the table right here. And then in my frame, Josh is nowhere near the table.
So I knew the second I got into that room that someone was off. Like I got a big old shock to the chest the second I got in there, and I just felt like maybe I was getting targeted or something.
We're not sure how they separated out the poor people from the crazy people. So your roommate could have been just as crazy as you were or not. But this is another room remodeled. It used to be 2 separate rooms with a hallway.
Okay.
Now we are on the men's side, and this we have always called the red room because it has red curtains.
Sure. Okay.
Opposite end to the hallway is the blue room.
Yeah, okay.
Got it? Okay, these 2 rooms have a different energy. Some people can feel it, some people can't. There is a shadow figure in this room. We learned about him from one of the deputy sheriffs. They have told us that this place was their #1 call. Essentially, if staff couldn't find a resident, they'd have to come out and do searches. So he was here one night, hit this doorway, and immediately saw a person pacing back and forth in that corner. Now he is very tall, very large, and he's kind of stooped. That same described figure stands in the doorway of the blue curtain room. I have no idea if they're the same person or not, but they both reportedly are very protective of women, and that is the women's wing. He doesn't normally sit there.
Okay. It's good to know.
Well, he's back with his friends later.
Nice.
That will be
Clowns.
something fun.
Got clowns.
And there was a mom and dad and some kids, some teenage girls. And I had an overnight group who 2 of their people had never been here before, so they kind of were on the tour too. Those 2 ladies were standing over there. We walk into this room, and one of the teenagers, she goes over to the mirror and she's like this, checking her hair out, looking at herself in the mirror. I don't know if it was her dad, but the dad was standing over here and took a picture. When he looked at the picture, it wasn't her in the mirror.
Oh.
It was one of the ladies that was over there. Again, I don't know how that's even possible. They kind of do what they want to do when they want to do it. It's like, okay.
I love it.
We were working up here, so that was up, the window was open, and he went to get something, so he hits the main staircase, and he got that tingle. He's like, oh, there's that thing I haven't felt all day. When he turns, here she is. He could see her from the back, he could not see through her, but she's very frail. She's very old. She's got long gray hair, and she's wearing a white dress or nightgown that's long sleeve and high neck. She didn't acknowledge him in any fashion. All she did is took one step up, and then she was gone. He walks into the room we were working on. Didn't say a word, just walks in. I'm like, you did not? Yeah, I did. Other people have seen her, either coming back from there, they've seen her in the window. I have a lady that she's been on a ton of day tours, so she was just in the hallway with her cell phone on video while we were in room 200, and she caught her going down the hallway. I have another lady that did not want to go into that room on a tour once. We get done, we come out, she blurts out, her name is Violet. What? Her name is Violet. Okay, I don't know. But there was a guy that did a photo shoot out here, and he had a model and some helpers, and I was talking to one of his helpers, and he was a local. So he wanted to know if anybody had ever seen a relative, I don't know if it was grandma or somebody. Her name is Rose. And I said, well, what does Rose look like? He described her as a very elderly, frail woman with long gray hair. What's Rose's middle name?
Violet? Oh.
So throughout the tour, I don't think any of us were really too nervous or too scared being in the building. There's a lot of windows, there's a lot of light, so there's nothing too frightening.
It's a blue room.
There are a couple gals in this room as well. There's a lady on this side, she has short dark hair. She's kind of sitting in a chair and she's kind of rocking. She's really not aware of her surroundings. The lady on this side is elderly and angry. She's not angry at us or people that come, she's just mad in general. And then you have the man that stands in the door.
So I read online, there was a total, or they're thinking there's probably over 80 deaths
There
documented.
are 153 that we are aware of.
And then how many do you think are undocumented? Because I also read that there's a lot of...
I would imagine that there were a lot more undocumented.
The fact that there's more undocumented deaths than there were documented just blows my mind. There's literally spirits outside of the building.
This man is probably around 6'3". He's got a dark brown, almost black beard that is very full. The only way we can describe it, it's a leather duster. It's like a cowboy coat.
Okay.
And then he's got a flat brimmed round topped hat. And he literally is just standing there. Well, he's in this room or he's in the laundry room. I don't know where else he goes. I don't know who he is or why he's here, but other people have seen him. The other guy that lives in the basement, more commonly known as the Joker, I've always called him the guy that lives in the basement. I have been pushed. I've had my hair pulled. I've seen people scratched. He, to my knowledge, has never appeared with any features. He's a shadow. Either all white, all black, some combination of the two. He is extremely tall, and he does want you to be afraid of him. Some stairs that go down. So it goes down a little bit farther, but do know that the floor is pretty uneven.
Okay.
So make sure that you're watching where you're going. But this room, you can also see the corners get pretty dark. We do have some light pollution. There's a window there, and the back door someone broke. I've got a bar in it, but you can still see the light pollution from there. But this room is not the darkest room in the building.
Okay. It's not?
No. Okay. There's a couple others that are actually darker than this. We have not had running water to this building since 2011.
Okay.
But I have heard these pipes rattle like water is running through them. People have reported hearing flushing of toilets. Not possible. We do not have water. And occasionally, I don't know if it works or not, some lights work, some lights don't. I never know if it's going to come on. So.
And then this is kind of just like
I don't know. This is a random room. I'm not sure what it is. There used to be, could be the, I don't know.
Because I did see kind of like a chimney outside, and it was
Yeah.
kind of coming from underground. Was that like a...
Well, it would have been, originally it was, the boilers were coal filled.
Okay.
So you'd have to shovel that all day long to keep the place.
Gotcha.
I think this is one of the famous photos right here, this door frame.
Well,
see this one a lot.
This is where I was pushed.
Okay.
I was walking from here to the dining room, probably about noon, and whatever it was came at me this way and just, I wasn't a full-on shove, I didn't fall down, but I twisted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Why would you just don't? And I'm sure you guys know what an anomalies is.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably 15 or 20 people down here, and my youngest daughter and I joined them to just see what was going on. And lots of questions were asked and answered. Some made sense, some didn't make sense. But of course, everybody always asks, what is your name, or tell me your name. Very common. Got kind of quiet. Pretty soon that little device said the word autumn. She grabs my hand and she's like, Mom, we need to leave now. Because that's what her name is.
Yeah.
She was 12.
Oh.
Took that child 5 years to come back.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
She said, nope, not gonna do it. I my flashlight.
I don't like looking down.
I know, dude. I'm like, every time I look down the hall,
Just waiting.
a piano?
Yeah, the piano's slowly falling apart. Some of the keys do still work, and I know of at least 2 people that have EVPs of it playing.
Oh, okay.
I had a lady, well, she was barely an adult. She was here on a day tour, and she claims not to have taken any pictures throughout the tour, but she was looking through her phone before she left, and she had this real perplexed look on her face. I'm like, what? She showed me a picture of a piano. She's like, I didn't take a picture of any piano. And I said, that's that piano before it fell apart.
Oh.
That freaked her out. Okay, she deleted it.
Throughout this whole tour, Reese and I noticed Josh grabbing his ankle a lot. We asked him what was wrong. He stated that it was itchy and really irritating. He didn't know why it was irritating though. Keep in mind we haven't even started this investigation. We all understood that things were going to get weird at night. We understood how much energy this building had as well.
So right after the tour, we had about an hour or so until we were ready to go and do our investigation. And the second I got out of there, we went to home base, and I took my shoe off, took my sock down a little bit, and there it was, man, a puzzle piece.
There's an imprint on
What
my
just happened,
fucking
Josh?
foot.
Josh, what just happened?
Look at my. That was in my sock. Look at this imprint right here. It's been there for a while, dude. Look.
It had it fallen in there.
Look at the imprint. It's the puzzle piece, dude.
Did you feel it?
No, I told you my ankle. Something's been touching my ankle this entire
They
time.
tucked it in your sock?
We aren't even in there, and I'm scared now. I'm terrified.
You see me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're here, Edinburgh Manor. Got 3 of us, me. You got Josh over there. And you got Reese right behind the camera. Right now, we're gonna ring the bell. This was to let them know to come in from the fields from working. So, here we go. Time to go inside.
We are now officially locked in.
At this point, it's just pure adrenaline. We don't know what to expect walking in here. We're all a little scared, got goosebumps. The puzzle piece situation threw us all off a little bit. So we're looking forward to the investigation, but we're definitely pretty frightened.
Hello. It is me. My name is Nick. I have my other friends here. His name's Josh, and his name is Reese. I put it on that table over there. We are here with Peace. Is there a puzzle table right here?
No.
Oh, it's on the other side. We are here. We want to speak to you guys. We're new here, so if you guys want to show us around, go for it. Are you here, Susie? Were you trying to say hi to Josh, or is it another one of you guys? If you guys want to play hide and seek, we can do that. Where did we get that puzzle piece? Was it upstairs?
I don't know.
There's the ear thing they take stuff out of your ear with. Drainage.
Is it in here? No. Is it upstairs?
I think it's upstairs. I think it's in that sunroom. The balcony. This is a lot different than when we came in here during the daytime.
There's different smell.
You want me to keep one on your back? I hate walking my back towards the door.
Check here, this is Julie.
We're currently on the second floor now.
There's been known apparition showing at the top of these stairs of a lady in a white dress.
He's down there.
Oh, there's puzzles in here.
Check the puzzle.
They're not like done, are they? Oh yeah, see
Is this one? Did you bring us? Did you give him a puzzle in here?
Are you sure it's this one?
Look at that one. Nice shaking.
Dude, he didn't even have any. I put it back, okay? Thank you for trying to play with me.
I feel different on this floor.
I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put that ball there. That's fine.
Big time different.
It's so quiet. It's like scary quiet.
Why don't we? Let's sit somewhere for a bit. Just wait.
Blue room?
No. Because that's the evil, that's the angry lady.
Oh yeah.
She was angry at the world. Is that door closed? That's the hallway. That's the closet we don't like.
Yeah, no, but I feel different up here.
Let's just sit quietly. Just sit. Don't say. Or do you think they're still coming in from the field?
Maybe.
It's a car.
The ball just bouncing. Look at this.
Huh?
Look at the ball just bouncing perfectly on me. So during our first walkthrough, at this point, we're all a little on edge. It feels like you got eyes in the back of your head all the time. It feels like there's people watching you. We're hearing weird noises, like on the pipes, and like there's knocking on the walls. So this first walkthrough was a little creepy. We were definitely hearing stuff. There's definitely activity going on.
There's someone coming in here.
It's the bathroom where they shower and stuff. Here's another room. This next room is that the coffin? Yeah, this is the coffin room.
We're just here to chat with you. Anybody.
I don't like that hallway right now. Feels different down there. Who was the one that had the red dresser? He had a cool looking dresser. Henkel? Was it Jerry? Jerry Henkel Sr. Your name's on here. Is this your area? I see a picture over here with the ship. Someone sent you a postcard. There's still dolls here. You got a glow stick. Something was very strange about this room to me. For some reason, when we entered it, I felt super anxious. I had to start touching everything and opening up drawers. Drawer. Cupboard, whatever. Is this light go on, you think? I cannot give an explanation to why I kept touching things. I don't know why I kept opening all these doors, these cupboards, these lockers. Something made me feel anxious and I could not sit down. Almost in a way I felt like a little kid. I noticed as I was doing this, I was irritating Josh and Reese. But something overcame me. I could not stop.
So, as you guys can see, Nick has been searching this room non-stop. Like, he was frantically just going back and forth, like he lost something. It got to the point that Reese and I both looked at each other, and we were just like, Nick, man, you really need to just sit down, like, calm down for a second, and let's get our bearings back.
Go for it. Is that a bullet hole?
It's like a perfect circle. Is there something you guys would have done?
You just tug on my shirt.
I'm standing.
Stop.
I'm standing right here. What?
No, bro. Something just tugged my shirt.
Yeah, I'll get like a haircut like you guys did. I needed one before I came here. I couldn't get it.
You think this would work, huh?
This side.
You feel something?
Scratch the back of my neck. Did someone touch my neck?
You scratch?
Yeah, he does, look.
Move the light, move the light.
Were you guys trying to cut my hair?
He does, doesn't
It's right there. It's coming right here.
he? Yeah. Is that the same spot, Josh?
That's when I felt it.
It's forming right now. Literally, look down a little bit. It's forming. You can see it go from here to there. You got scratched, Josh.
Did you guys get haircuts like that? Did someone scratch you maybe?
Okay, so this is Nick's point of view. He was just messing with the TV. I didn't know it was like unplugged or anything. He got it plugged in, he pressed the button, and the second I heard static, I'm pretty sure right after, I felt like an energy went to the chair, scratched my neck, and I got up instantly. I was kind of freaking out a little bit at the time. But pretty much, Reese came over, he said there was a scratch. Nick then came over and said there was a scratch, and I was like, dude, I don't know, this is getting pretty scary now, because this is almost like beginning of the night.
This is where a few operations are actually seen. On both different halls. You can show us the puzzle pieces. The puzzle pieces.
I don't want to.
Yeah, so if we're here earlier, we talked about puzzle pieces.
That's me.
And it's some accidents that happen to those people. We take the puzzle pieces out.
12-year-old girl broke her ankle.
Yeah. And Josh.
How long did you do
After our tour this afternoon, got deep into his stomach. He felt weird sensations and scratches on his ankle.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm starting to lose my shit a little bit.
What?
I don't know, I honestly feel like I'm losing my shit in here. I'm like getting like antsy and I don't know why I'm opening doors.
Just like touching everything.
I know, bro. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. I honestly feel like I'm following you. Like I'm following people.
Do you want to get out?
Oh no, I'm good. Just tripping a little bit. That's the kitchen?
You guys wanna show us some pots and pans moving?
Thanks for all the follows, guys. Appreciate it.
Shoot all the way down that hallway with the flashlight. Click it again like this. It's probably going down. Yeah.
I lost connection.
Okay, here we go. Hello? So this is the boiler room. I say we sit in here.
Alright, boys, take your seats.
Nice. We decided to leave the basement and go to the Blue Room to do a spirit box session. A spirit box is a device which sweeps through AM and FM channels and picks up messages from beyond.
Is there anyone in this room with us?
You shouldn't be able to understand it. It's going backwards. What it is. Can you say your first name? That sounds weird.
Are you to the right of us?
Yes.
What's your name? My name is Josh. I'd like to meet you.
Do you want me to turn this down a little bit? Is it too loud? A little bit?
Can you show us that you're in here? I heard okay.
Can you say hello again?
Hi. That was like clear high.
Hi. Can you say your name?
Steve.
Is it Steve? Can you say your last name, Steve?
You can come with us to the other room if you like.
I have 13 minutes left. Was that white noise too much? Was it too scary? I know it kind of sounds weird. know it kind of sounds weird. Sounds like a bunch of machines or something.
But that's how we're able to talk with you.
But we are gonna come down to the red room. This room kind of like, kind of has a different vibe to it. Check your perimeters. Alright. Can you make that noise again? What?
Are you in 228? Are you in 213?
That's the bugs outside there. I thought it was breathing too.
We should do this right now. We're making noise. We should set this up.
There's noise on both sides. I heard a loud one.
You left your sandals in here. Or you want to do EVP or EMF?
Let me give you the back.
I feel like we could do EMF if we put it like right there away from our phone.
Yeah.
As long as it's not near it, we're good.
After our tour this afternoon, the first time we left, Josh found a puzzle piece stuffed in his sock. And there was an imprint of the puzzle piece on his ankle. And
What if you just
someone said bro in the hallway behind the door.
Oh yeah. Someone there? Someone here.
Something's going through me here. That was you.
No, I didn't put it in.